Hey everyone, Jackie here from Enjoying Life's Journey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you another curriculum that we have picked up from simplycharlottemason.com. Again, I do not receive any type of commission for these products. These are products that I've personally purchased for our homeschool, and I'm kind of collecting a lot of them now for first grade. However, some of the curriculum that I pick up, you can actually get started in the early years, and it actually gives you ideas and a few lessons on how to get started before first grade. So I do recommend that a lot of them you purchase before first grade. And again, some of them are even good for second grade, and some even all the way through 12th grade. So definitely some great resources. But today I wanted to talk about our music study or our music appreciation. Again, if you're not familiar, we follow Charlotte Mason's method, but we kind of do an unschooling way in the sense that we don't hold very strict to the schedules. However, Charlotte Mason believes in educating the entire child. So basically she says that education is an atmosphere, a discipline, and a life. And I really agree with that. And she also mentions, about doing life skills and habit training, and not only reading and writing and math, but a lot of the arts as well. So art appreciation, art study, poetry, music, and all of that. So I really love that because you're giving so much to your children, and then they can kind of soar with what really inspires them. So that's what I like. And so today we have, this is Music Studies with the Masters. Now Simply Charlotte Mason has only these 3 kits, so I did purchase all 3 of them. We have J.S. Bach, Beethoven, and Chopin. Not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. But SimplyCharlotteMason.com recommends that you start doing music appreciation as early as you want. And basically all you're going to do is play some really good music, some really nice music that has a lot of different instruments and things like that, even just in the background of your everyday life. So these are great. These little kits, they come with, so each of these come with 2 CDs of the composer's songs, and so that's why I liked that, because I was able to get those. And then again, before first grade, you can just play the music anytime. So that's kind of where we're at now. We just play it and introduce who the composer is. We just say this is Beethoven, and we play it. Sometimes we do a more focused music appreciation time, and you only do 10 minutes at a time when it's like a focus type lesson. And basically right now for kindergarten, all our lessons is that we play it, we say this is who it is, and we listen. My daughters love dancing around, so they dance to it. And then what we'll actually do is, depending on the tempo of the music, they'll dance slow or they'll dance fast, and so that's kind of cool to see them just naturally feeling that and understanding that music has different tempos. So you're kind of learning that just naturally. And then I might ask my daughter who's 5, I'll say, what does this song make you feel like? And she'll be like, oh, this song makes me feel happy. And she'll be dancing around. Or this one makes me feel lonely. And so it's interesting to see how they interpret that. But then with the kit, what is nice, it actually comes with this booklet here. So I take that out for you. And basically it gives you an idea of how to use it. So again, it mentions, playing it in the background, doing just more of the music appreciation. And then it talks about just having a 10-minute focus, 1 minute or 1 lesson a week for 10 minutes. And then it actually has some listen and learn ideas on here. And then it has a day in the life of that composer, and so one day you might read this little day in the life so they can kind of get to know that composer. As well, Charlotte Mason mentions to have a book of centuries. So anytime, not only when you're doing your history lessons, but anytime you come across a composer or a poet or even anything in your everyday life, you can enter it in almost like, instead of having a big timeline, you have it in the Book of Centuries, and I'll show that in another video. But basically, you can enter them into your Book of Centuries, and then when you do a history lesson that's relevant to their time period, they'll say, oh, that's when Beethoven was. So they almost feel like they have a friend there, which is kind of cool. And then they have the story of Beethoven, which is more of your biography of the composer. That one's quite a bit. That's most of the book here. And then they have ideas for further study. So they have other book recommendations, other audios, and other videos that you can watch about that composer. So you can definitely, I feel if you buy this kit, like I said, I bought it for first grade, but we're utilizing the music now. And then once first grade comes, we'll start doing biography and the day in the life, and then start finding some of those other resources that we can do as well. And then you could, depending on how much is in there, you could possibly then come back to this composer the next year if you wanted to. And then they actually go into, they have little stories associated with each song, which is really cool. So again, once you're doing more of a lesson, you can listen to a particular song and read the little description that goes along with that. So this is very, very cool. I'm excited that I got this. Like I said, we're already listening to the music. The girls absolutely love dancing around to it. The oldest is already realizing which one she likes over another one. They only have 3 of these kits online. I wish they had more composers. They recommend that you do 3 composers throughout your school year, so basically roughly every term. However, we don't follow a public school schedule, kind of like that's why we say we unschool. It's more of a scheduling thing. We don't follow that. We school all year, but we're not very strict on that. So sometimes we may not even touch on this every month or every week. It might just be once a month, or we might do it every week. So we can kind of decide what we want to do. I went ahead and bought all 3. However, because we homeschool for the whole year, it would have been nice to have 4, because if we did keep up with the weekly recommended schedule, then we would actually be doing 4 composers in the year versus 3. So more people put in requests to simplycharlottemason.com to get more of these, because these are really cool. Like I said, you get 2 CDs with it, and then you get a pamphlet all about the composer and the songs that they wrote. So pretty cool. So that's just an idea of how we're utilizing it now, and then what's recommended, like I said, recommended to come. So let me know if you guys are doing a music study or music appreciation in your homeschool. And again, our music study is not learning to play an instrument. That could be something completely different. And that, honestly, I would do once my daughter shows interest. When I was growing up, I learned to play the violin, and I played the clarinet, and that was brought upon my own interest that I wanted to do that. So we'll see. My dad and my brother play the guitar. I've also had interest in playing the drums. So I know there's some type of music probably lurking in there, but I'm not going to push that on her. If she wants to actually learn an instrument, that will be up to her. But we are basically doing music, I want to say music appreciation and composer, studying the great composers. So yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys are doing, if you're doing anything at all, and I look forward to chatting with you. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I keep saying biography. I look forward to chatting you.